Hey everybody, Richard Blackstone here, and man, I'm excited to be here because I don't know if you know it, but this is my brand new studio that we're just putting together for the Live and Love One Day Intensive retreat out here at the farm. So I've converted this existing space and turned it into a retreat center, and this is where we're going to hold the One Day Intensive right here, and it's really exciting. You can't see it now, but I've got a nice stage here, and then the audience is going to be right where you are, looking up, and we're going to have a fantastic day. And what's it going to be about? Well, it's going to be about living in love. Now, why is that so important? Well, for one thing, if you take a look around you at the world today, it's ripe. It's time. The time has come, and Victor Hugo said it so well. You can stop any army or anything like that, but you cannot stop an idea whose time has come. And the idea whose time has come right now is for the world to live in love. Now, how does that happen? Well, first of all, you have to have individuals in this world who are living in love in order to set an example for all those around us. Now, we've always had these kind of individuals around. We've had people like Buddha 5,000 years ago, people like Jesus, Muhammad, Krishna, Abraham, Moses. These people have been around. In fact, they're around today, these avatars, these people who are living at such a high level of consciousness that they are an example for all the world, and they are actually helping us shift the collective consciousness out of this idea of fear and into the idea of love. So really that's kind of what happened on my journey too. I realized after I had written my seminal book, The Nuts and Bolts of Spirituality, Waking Up the Sleepwalkers, which by the way won the America's Next Top Author Award. But in this book, I go very clearly into a concept. It's the second section of the book. It's called The Two Theories of the Universe. And what we deal with in that is understanding that we live in a dualistic universe based on the idea of relativity. And relativity says that you can't know something unless you also know the opposite. So in order for you to know what love is, what real unconditional love is like, you have to also know what the opposite of unconditional love is, which is basically fear. So you've got these two core belief systems about life. One is the idea that we're separate from all of life and separate from the very source of our existence, and that's a fear-based theory of life. And then the other one is that we're one with all of life, that we're interconnected in this web, and everything we do affects all of life, and that's a love-based theory of life. So you've got two theories about this game called life on planet Earth. And unfortunately, in the world today, most of the people on planet Earth live within the idea of separation, that they believe that they're separate from all of life, and through this belief, they live within a fear-based belief system of life that allows them to be victim and really don't understand that you are creating your life consciously as you go along. And you're really not taking responsibility for life because you can be a victim and you can blame any circumstance on and any external thing that you want to. And then, of course, the love-based theory of life says, wait a minute, I understand that I am creating my life and therefore I'm responsible for everything that happens in my life. And so you take a larger role in this beautiful game called life on planet Earth. And so that's what this Live and Love Intensive is all about. It's all about moving out of the idea of fear and separation and moving into the paradigm of love and oneness. Well, you might ask yourself, well, that's great, Richard, but what's it do for me? And that's what it's all about, because it's all about you. Just like it's all about me. That's why I did. 20 years ago, I got on my spiritual adventure, and I thought, I understand that we live in this dualistic universe, and I understand that I have been conditioned all my life to believe that I was separate from all of life. But I also understood that hey, I'm actually creating my life as I go along, whether I know it or not. So I might as well start creating it consciously, right? And that's what I did about 20 years ago. I started creating my life in a very conscious manner. And part of that consciousness, and the huge part, the foundation of it all, was this idea of living in love instead of fear. And so what's in it for me? Well, I guarantee you that I've lived both sides of it. You know, most people only experience the fear and separation side all their life, and they can't understand why they live in frustration and lack and all that stuff. And I've lived that way. And even though I had a lot of money stuff, I still lived in fear and lack. And I didn't know why. And that's what I find with a lot of spiritual adventurers. You know, they're living the spiritual life. They're doing what they think is right. They're, you know, trying to be as non-judgmental as possible. They're doing all the right things. But they're still not getting exactly what they want out of life. Well, the reason is this idea of living in love. It's a game changer. Because, you know, here's the deal. First of all, living in love helps you individually as a person. Because what you're going to do is you're going to stop this eternal mind game you play with yourself about how you're a victim and how life's not fair and all that stuff. And when you start living in love, everything changes. You know, you start accepting life. You love all the things that happen to you. You know that everything that happens, there's something good in it. So you don't label and judge things, because then you can't find the goodness. So you accept things, and then you turn that into a lifestyle that allows you to fill yourself with abundance, health, and harmony. And how can I say that? Well, I'm a living example of everything that I teach. So I lived 40 years of my life as a sleepwalker, basically living in fear and separation. And the last 25 years, I've lived in the paradigm of love. And I can guarantee you there's no comparison. It's the same world. It's the same people out there, the same circumstances. But the way you live it is entirely different. And you come to realize that, gosh, I'm living in heaven. So it's pretty cool. So how do you shift out of this paradigm of fear and separation? Well, first of all, when you're on your spiritual journey, you're on the quest. You're on the path, but you need help. And I didn't do this by myself. I sought a lot of mentors and people to help me out, and it helped. So what I've done is put together a one-day intensive. It's Saturday, October 12th, right here at our Live and Love Retreat Center in beautiful Pleasant Hill, Oregon. It's right outside Eugene. And we are going to have a one-day intensive where I'm going to show you how to move out of this idea of fear and separation and move into the paradigm of love and oneness and what that can do for you. And then give you the tools and strategies to keep you on that path. Because you got to keep going. You just can't go one day and say, oh my gosh, this is great. I live in love now. Thank you. No, it doesn't work that way. You know how it works. It's a process. Because life is a process. So everything in life is a process. And that's the way we want it. We don't want instant gratification. We don't want to instantly go from fear to love. No, you couldn't handle it. You got to go through a process. And that's what we're doing here at the Live and Love one-day intensive. Man, we're so excited. And I'm really excited about my studio here. I can't wait. You know, I have some lighting and stuff to fix and a few more things to do, but, you know, we're like 90% there, and so it's really exciting. And I can't wait for you to come out and see it at our Live and Love Intensive Saturday, October 12th, 9 in the morning till 3 in the afternoon. Come on, get here early, about 8:30 and register. And to do that, just go to this website. It's consciouslifestylesecrets.com/love. So go there now. Just take a look at it, see if it worked for you. If you're in the Eugene area, man, I really would love to have you come out. If you're across the country, we are going to do this again next year. But this one is free. It's our first time at this event, the Live and Love one-day intensive. Next year it's going to be a 2 or 3 day event, but right now it's free for anybody that can make it here on Saturday. And so I really would enjoy having you here, because here's the second part of the equation. You know, you can't change the world, the collective consciousness of the world, unless you change yourself first. So it all starts with you. It all starts with you. You know, Margaret Reed said it so well. She says, never underestimate the strength of a small group of committed people, because that's the way change happens, and that's the only way it's ever happened. So let's get a small group of committed people, and let's meet at the Live and Love One Day Intensive, and let's change the world, because we're going to start a movement, a Live and Love movement. So I invite you to come on. There's more to come. I really appreciate you listening to this. If you're interested in the live event, go to this website, consciouslifestylesecrets.com/love. Go there and check it out. If it appeals to you, go ahead and register for the event and come on over. We're excited about it. I want to see you here because we're going to change the world. First of all, we're going to change you. So if you're not willing to change, don't come. But if you really want to change for the higher purpose of mankind, then this is the place for you. Hey, this is Richard Blackstone. I am looking forward to seeing you here. This is so exciting. Plus, you're going to see our brand new studio and retreat center. We're going to do a meditation out in the nature because we're really into nature. We got the river flowing right by the retreat center here. You're going to be immersed in nature. You're going to get a beautiful organic lunch. It's all free. Come on down. Appreciate it. Richard Blackstone. Go out, have a fantastic day, and always, and in always, yeah, you know it, live in love. Thanks again. I'll see you on Saturday. Okay? Thanks again. Bye-bye.